Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ready to get this shit on the road. Wait for some people in chat. Okay, go, he says. Alright, guys, so what I'm going to do here, just wanted to hop on real quick and go over our first Critical Council, which is our D&D show that we do every weekend, every Saturday. We record and then put it out to you guys. I'm going to go over our first session that we ever did, just as a player and dabbling DM, to see what I would do differently, what I think of everything. So feel free in chat to give your opinions. I'll bounce off of that. We'll go over this first session. Watch a little bit of it. It's pretty terrible, so get ready yourselves for that. And yeah, let's dig in. This intro here is Adam kind of
popular
giving us a
children's tales of three dragons.
little lore into the world, and then we all introduce our characters, I believe. So we'll dig in.
That created the world. Naga, the fire of the world, who one day return and raise the world to recreate it again. The green ancient Skithrix that lies in waiting to stop her, and the long dead white dragon that was there to prevent both from their destiny. The protector of all life, Varen. Varen was slain by the gods in an attempt to take Harkonnen back from the ancient three, one race at a time. Most sensible beings know this is a tale of fear to keep children in line. The gods made Harkonnen, and the gods will care for her and all who inhabit her.
So what Adam's doing here again is just going over the lore of the world that he created. He's put so much work into this. This world that he has is from a previous campaign. He's kind of dug into it a little bit more, and it's amazing the amount of time and effort that he's put into it. So we all definitely appreciate it, and as you can see, we'll dig in.
So in Discord, you guys all kind of came from your different areas. Pull the names up again because this is just tough. Skrithix. Goddamn, why'd you pick like Skrithix and Skithrix? Like, you trying to just fucking tongue twist me all night?
No, they've got to be similar, bro.
Okay.
Real quick, that's one thing that I've noticed as a player, and more so as kind of getting into DMing. If your players have awfully complicated names, it sucks. As a DM, you don't need to be a remember. You have so much to remember already. Remembering everyone's super complicated names is just a terrible thing. So as a courtesy to your DM, maybe go in and shorten up the names, make them a little bit easier. Don't have super similar names to other things. And the DM will appreciate it. You'll appreciate it when you're in combat and not having to go in and remember everybody's name instead of bobbling everybody's names all up.
So Skrithix is in the area of Azazel. That's kind of where things are going down.
It's me being a jackass holding my cat.
Sunadi? How do you say that?
Tsunade.
Tsunade.
It's one of those weird names.
Tsunade is there as well, near the town of Mach. That's in Azazel. Everybody else was on a boat, had some interesting interactions with two Dragonborn twins, one red and one white, and
Thank you, Adam.
what seems to be a
It is very
changeling
cool.
that's kind of been running back and forth, known by his little, or her little dragon tooth necklace with a diamond embedded. Those are the majority of our NPC characters we've seen so far, and they've all sort of gotten off the boat. A lot of high elves on the boat as well, going
Names are
towards
terrible.
Mach right now, down a path. They had all just come into the city, where Tsunade and Skrithix are together. Right at the outskirts of Mach, and then the rest of the party is kind of on the path behind these high elves, getting right to the town now.
So, being a DM, we don't use any kind of really a lot of visual aids. As you can see, the map there in the center next to Adam. But a lot of this is just theater of the mind stuff. And so, being a DM, you really need to try and convey what you picture in your mind to be these worlds, and trying to get that into the players' minds and make sure you're all on kind of the same page. So the more descriptive you can be as a DM, the better. I'm working on that in my one-shots and my encounters, just trying to be as descriptive as possible, because it helps everybody kind of get the whole gist of everything, and it allows them to roleplay a little bit better.
All right. Let's see. Who do we pick?
Everybody's
Who'd like to
very
go
eager.
first?
Koryak can.
All right, Koryak. Koryak, you're looking at this town of Mach as you're walking up. There are a lot of high elves sort of congregating on the outskirts there.
Yeah.
You see two very different looking characters sort of near the edge of the woods,
Okay.
sort of not fitting in.
Just as his normal personality, he keeps somewhat of a distance between himself and any of the others, especially since he doesn't know anyone at this point.
Map cam is shit,
But
too.
then also,
Yeah, it is.
just he likes to
It's good, though.
have his options open, so he can see around himself where he can get to, what he can do. But he immediately marks those two people that are different from everyone else, not necessarily as enemies, but something to keep track of. And then he also this is just me playing into my character, but I don't like the elves. Any all powerful empire that keeps its boot on the neck of the rest of the world. Not a big
Oh, nice.
fan.
I should add that in
Um,
as well, just as backstory. The High Elves have just come off of the Great Orc Elf War, and they have dominated, and now High Elves are sort of ruling with an iron fist over the rest of the entire world. So, go ahead, sorry.
No worries. But I'll keep my distance, and then I'll try to position him myself so that I can see as much as possible. And anytime that we're assuming positions or any of the rest of that, assume Koryak wants to have some sort of high ground or some sort of as much visible vantage point as possible.
So what Koryak or Death is doing here, he's kind of just playing into his character, laying that out. This is the first session, so nobody knows who everybody's playing, what their play style is. In your first sessions, 1 or 2 sessions, it's good to lay that stuff out just so that everybody knows kind of a glimpse into your backstory, a glimpse into your character traits. That way you can, as a team, as an adventuring party, play off each other's strengths and weaknesses. As you just heard Koryak say, he's going to play more in the back. As a ranger, he's probably going to use some range stuff. Little do we know, he turns into a murder machine, so it's pretty cool. Definitely if you're a newer player, listen into that stuff, because you'll be able to feed off that and play your game according to everybody else's, and it just makes everything a lot smoother.
Cool.
Okay.
Just very bird-like. He likes to perch.
Yeah, the twins kind of fell off
Makes
at him.
sense.
It's too bad.
All right, Titan Creek. What are you doing?
This is a
Okay.
Titan Creek is our sorcerer in the group. The first, probably 4 or 5 sessions, he used a mic that he found in a Cracker Jack box. So most of this time, if you don't hear him, we didn't either. So bear with me.
I hear you, bro.
That's about right. Quality content.
Does he have push to talk on?
Did he switch to push to talk? It's
Very, very frustrating.
And
as a
turn
DM.
skipped.
yeah, and it's like
And there's that 60 seconds. All right, next
Mike.
person.
Yeah. Literally,
story, bro.
Yeah, nothing's changed, right? What'd you touch? Walk it back. What'd you touch?
I'm
Nothing.
gonna have to go to hand signals here in a second. Now his camera's going. Thank you, Rev. Appreciate you.
You guys hear me now?
There he
There
goes.
you go.
What'd you do?
I just unplugged and replugged my mic in.
That's how you fix most things.
I'm walking behind the high elves and I bump into this weird owl-looking guy.
No one knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Say something again. Say something again. Okay. All right. Just checking. Sound like you went
Okay.
mute there for a minute. All right. You bumped
It's like
into
watching a
weird
car
looking
crash,
dude.
Adam.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So bad you can't look away.
How you doing there?
He's
Yeah.
breathing yet.
I am doing well. Doing well. I just had a long boat ride. Interested in trying to find this shrine I heard about. Can I see anybody around that looks like they belong in the city? Besides the High
The
Elves?
high elves are there. There's a sort of a looks like what might be sort of a tour guide kind of person.
Yeah, Adam, you bring up a good point, actually. No one knows what the fuck anyone's talking about right now. I think out of this group, probably there's only like 4 of us that have ever had a lot of D&D experience. I know myself, Solid, who's Skrithix, Panda's had a couple campaigns. Koryak's played some D&D. I think Halloran, who's Sectator, he's played one or two. So it's tough with newer players because as a new player, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And it gets a little stale at times because they're trying to figure out what to do. But that goes away with time. A couple sessions in, they start to realize D&D is kind of what you make of it. So get a little more involved.
Just telling everybody where things are in the city. It's another elf. You can tell it's of a lesser stature than the rest.
Can I go talk to the tour guide?
Sure.
Let's do that. Let's go over there and give my salutations and ask or inquire about the shrine of a green dragon I heard about.
Let's see. You run into Gair, G-A-I-R,
Gary.
the elf tour guide. Just have to write this down.
Can you ask him if he has a star map as well?
Oh yes, we definitely have maps of the stars here.
Great.
What constellations are you looking for?
Fucking push to talk, so
the
way to go, King.
J. Lenoist star. Constellation.
The Great Chin.
Apologies for that, Adam.
Let's see. So he shows you a map of the city. One moment.
Can I inspect the map, see if I can
Jesus
find anything
Christ.
about the shrine?
That would have kicked me.
Sure. When you look at the map, just as I'm down here,
Yeah, good point, Adam.
there's really nothing in the city that is.
As a DM, you don't want to push the party
Looking
or adventuring group into stuff that they wouldn't normally do, but you also can't let them just stay stagnant too. So
Yes.
it does make for some quiet times, but
Ooh, Adam's hand.
makes it kind of
Exactly like
evolve
my hand.
organically as opposed to
There's a shrine.
forcing people into things.
Oh, I recognize that shrine.
I have seen that many times.
It's a beautiful looking shrine.
Go. That should be a hand model.
Adam goes through about 7 packages of paper and 4 ink cartridges every time
Or
he does
this
a
could be
campaign.
yours and more.
All these
So you notice
printed
there are
out
the variety
nice
of shops.
maps.
There's a inn there that you could rest at if you needed to. Place for provisions, for armor, for weaponry, and that sort of thing. There's an enchanter and also a magic shop.
Wow.
It's a bustle city.
How far away is the magic shop?
Magic shop would be
So as you can see, I'm kind of doing all the talking, which isn't always good, but it's also like, again, with this newer group, I saw that a lot of people are being quiet, and to progress forward, you kind of have to have 1 or 2 people really push the party forward in the group, and otherwise we're just standing outside the city for forever. So as a DM, you can kind of engage with that one person, but you also want to spread the wealth. You want to maybe, at this point, we haven't heard from Halloran at all. We haven't heard from Skrithix. So as a DM, maybe you can say, you know, what are you doing? You can also maybe throw an NPC in. Maybe a kid was running around town and bumps into Halloran. Halloran has a chance then to speak and say, you know, watch yourself, kid. So just a couple things to keep the story moving and involve more people. That's the big thing, is getting everyone involved. Adam's always kind of said, if there's one player in there that's taking all the limelight, you're kind of failing as a DM. D&D is definitely a group game, and you need to involve everyone for them to have fun.
let's see, let's say you guys are here coming in. Magic shop would be right over in this area.
Oh, this is the made up on the spot magic shop.
You see that?
Yes. Now, have we all been acquainted? The party walking in?
Just from the interactions you've had on the boat during the Discord feed.
A lot of campaigns, the map cam wasn't a mistake. It was just you'd be able to refine a little bit. What I was saying is a lot of campaigns start out, you're in a tavern, you already know everybody, kind of vanilla. We started this campaign out adventuring already on a boat. We didn't know each other at all. We kind of had a higher calling to come to the same place. Starting a campaign is definitely the hardest part, just because it's so slow and you're trying to give everyone a reason. This is a big group, but we had 8 people together, and you have to give them a reason to adventure together. So you can do that by forcing it. You can do that by saying everybody already knows each other. You're here to fight a bad guy. You can do that by that whole tavern thing. Different ways of, I hate the vanilla pub meta. You can do that different ways, but some force, some thing has to bring these people together, because otherwise, why would 8 people be traveling together?
Did anybody take any interest in me talking to the tour guide about the shrine?
There's me reaching out, trying to
Well,
get
yeah,
people
no,
involved.
that I could proceed.
if he heard about it, or if he heard.
You guys are enough. You guys are close enough to each other that you probably would have heard that.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely take interest in it. And like anything that I take interest in, my head starts cocking off to the side like a goofy ass bird. And I start kind of, hop stepping slowly.
The murder
closer.
machine hasn't been introduced yet.
I'll look down.
I've been on a boat for 3
Okay.
days.
There we go.
Is there a bar or a pub somewhere on this map?
There are several of them, yes. The
Adam's
closest
kind
would
of
be over here
saying,
near the magic
hurry the
shop.
fuck up at this point, because we're all just standing there.
I'll look to the strange chicken man and ask him what business he has at the shrine. I say your interest is piqued.
Hey, 1 second. Let me make sure I use the right words.
Again, Halloran hasn't said anything yet. Skrithix has barely said anything.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's tough.
Tuki.
Somebody has their mic and Discord on at the same time.
I travel to shrine. I look for things to collect for flock. Sometimes words, sometimes shinies.
Nice dead space there.
All right, Birdman, let's do this. I'd like to see if anybody would like to go to the magic shop.
Me
Get some more
grasping
information about
again
the
for
shrine.
anybody to play D&D with us.
I'll go with you to the magic shop.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'm down.
I'll go that direction.
I'll follow close
That-
behind,
that
intently looking at what they're at.
Disembodied voice you just heard was our Australian friend Jay. He was playing a barbarian. Got a few sessions in and then had to leave. So if you hear any voices, he's underneath my camera right now. He did not have a face cam for the first couple sessions, so I covered him right up. But if you hear any muffled voices, that would be J-Man.
Okay. How about you, Tiger? You staying still?
I'm making my way to the pub.
Okay. All right,
Exciting
how about
stuff.
Skrithix and
There you
Sunadic?
go. Adam's reaching out, trying to get everybody involved.
Tsunade.
Tsunade.
Stupid names.
I was saying
Tsunade Brown.
Sunday. I was saying Sunday.
I
all
know.
day, man.
Yeah, he was saying Sunday the entire conversation. I just
wrote
let
it.
Yeah, she's
Sunday,
an '80s.
bloody Sunday.
She's an '80s adult new age singer.
Sunday.
Tsunade.
Sunade. She tore up a picture of the boat right there on the screen.
We are
Adam, is this a wealthy city?
almost 15 minutes in, haven't even entered the city yet.
It's a nice. It's one of the high elves sort of strongholds cities. It's the first city in.
I don't
from
give a
the,
fuck about
the
your
bay
name,
there,
says Adam.
Azazel, when you're coming across
So-
Draconia.
I will. You tell me if you want me to roll for this.
Okay.
But
First roll.
can I slide 5 gold pieces to the tour guide and ask him to spread word around the city of our arrival and that have everyone look out for us?
Okay. You try to slide him the gold, and the elf says, no.
Racist.
No,
I castrate
don't
the
really,
elf and bite his bird.
I don't really accept bribes from, non-elves. So if you wouldn't mind going on your way, that'd be fantastic.
Oh boy.
I will keep my 5 then.
Never trust an elf, bro.
All right, I'm shipping off.
So I'm on my way to the pub with Wolfsnake, or am I going by myself?
It's got
You're
like
both
3
on
or
the
4
same way,
people
so-
playing.
Yeah, we're all going the same way.
You could actually talk to him. You're loud.
Okay, cool. So hey,
I'm-
what's that milkweed thing you were talking about on the ship? What do you put in the
It's a laxative.
Jesus Christ. As a DM right
didn't
now,
work.
I would throw a lightning bolt down and kill everyone.
So I say we follow these guys. And then when we get to the magic shop, there are a lot more interesting things going on in a pub.
Adam has more
We want to
patience
find out
than I
what's
do.
going on in the city. That's the place we need to be.
I agree. So to the pub we go, or are we going to the magic shop now?
We're all going together.
Okay.
And we'll break off.
All right, Script this
Okay.
soon a day. You guys hanging tight?
Yeah, we're just
Being boring.
making our way into the city.
Cool
Um,
stuff.
Me and Scrithix have decided to just simply speak telepathically to each other,
It's good for the party.
and we really haven't decided on where we're going to go.
Jesus
Do
Christ.
you want to search the city for information on the whereabouts of this other group?
I am following you.
This is the slowest fucking
I've
start.
never been out of the force before, so this is all new stuff to me.
Yeah, we caught on pretty quickly.
Okay, so I grab Scrithix's hand and I lead
Pose
him
it away.
into the city.
Right?
Oh, sorry. I speak in Draconic. Me sorry. Me sorry.
Me sorry.
Girls.
Help me.
Dragons be like cavemen.
Cootie.
Halloran
So
has
everyone's
yet to say
sort of
a
going
so
fucking
yeah.
word yet.
Yes, sure.
You're all in the general area, and the city has like a main gate right there where the tour guide's talking to all these other high elves. So
How many
you're
entered
all
the city?
generally going in the same sort of direction toward the magic shop in the bar.
Me sorry.
All right. As you're going along, one moment. Look at my cheat sheet here.
Feel free to
Lauren.
take a nap.
As you're going along, you notice like from the different corners behind you, you hear some little rumblings and noises like that. Seems to be getting a little bit closer. You turn around and you see the 2 dragonborn from the boat. It seems like they're taking a keen interest in you guys, but they're trying to be a little bit stealthy about it. But you seem to pick it up. Okay.
I'm gonna kind of
Right.
fall
Exactly,
back a little
Adam.
bit to the back of the group, but I'm not gonna
There he goes.
let anybody else know kind of what there's nothing to say that there's a threat or anything going on. So I'm gonna kind of position myself in the back of the group and continue following, just aware
Okay,
that
how
they're
far?
there.
How far back?
10 feet maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
They start closing a bit on you guys as you're walking. Probably about 5 feet from you now.
They're gonna start stabbing us in the back to get us
Okay.
into the city.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick up a conversation. So
Ooh.
hey, it's you two are from the ship, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I was just wondering what you're doing with these scum.
Oh, we're heading to the magic shop.
To the magic shop.
Have you cleared that with
Koya
the rest of
gets
the
it.
high elves? Because I don't believe you have clearance to do that.
Walk into a magic shop?
Not with these, my lord.
Oh, we discussed on the ship there is no lord. We're all servants of Etrigan, and we're here to see what we can find out on what's going on. You're more than welcome to join us if you'd like.
The red dragonborn says no thanks. And the white one says, thank you, no. It's good information, though.
I wish we would
They
learn
turn
more
along
about
the
these
way.
characters. They seem cool.
Right,
Part of
you
the
guys go up. The magic shop's on the left. The pub is on the right.
part of the problem of being a DM is you make all these cool encounters and characters, and it's a crapshoot whether or not the party's actually going to interact with them or use it the way you intended, and there goes all that work.
Left, please.
So we have entered the
Entering magic
city.
shop, you find another elf there
18
by
minutes
the
in.
name of Nathayan at the counter.
Adam's creating a magic shop as we speak.
You see all sorts of wands, potions, different sorts of things. There's a nice staff on the wall that has sort of a gold inlay. There is a sword laying against the wall there. It's all rusted. It's like it shouldn't belong in this place.
And here
There
comes
are
me
several
digging way
gauntlets.
too far into the magic shop.
Different sort of thing, boots. Tons of stuff.
What was this guy's name again, Adam?
Natharin. Sorry, Nathayan. Let's do Nathayan.
Creating magic items.
Okay.
You definitely weren't creating it right now. Everybody lulling the action. Nobody's doing anything.
Koryak doesn't really speak, but he'll go in there with son of a bitch. I'm not even
Geth.
Geth. And
Easy name.
and then just kind of stand guard and look as mean as a 5'6" bird can.
Pretty frightening.
Fucking mean, dude.
I will talk to Nathan, and
I think I fucked that name up on purpose.
We'll try.
I'm pretty sure.
I will.
Hey,
I'll inquire any information about a green dragon shrine.
Okay. Nathayan says, "I'm sorry, sir, but all high elves must be served before I can speak to you." And there are 2 high elves looking around as well.
It's death, but with a G.
Racist.
It's easy.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
racist elves all over again.
You get the picture.
I will browse while the Almighty do their business.
Okay. What is everybody else doing in this browsal time?
We just
Sectator, hi.
walked into the pub and are going up to the
Sectator, you've said about 4 words this whole session. We're about 20 minutes in. So step your game up.
talk to the barkeep or to the bar
Okay.
and ordering mead.
Party split right now, which is usually a bad
There's a
idea.
barmaid there named Anise. Human. Very average
Speak.
looking person.
I speak to the barmaid, inquire as to whether or not she's seen any dragonborn in the bar recently.
Yes, definitely, sir. We've seen several here lately. It seems to be that they're palling up with the high elves around here.
Any white ones in particular?
A white and a red, actually. Yeah, they just walked out of here.
Hey,
not
we
too
met
long
them,
ago.
but let's totally ignore them.
And nothing, no white dragonborn before that.
No, not at all. No, these guys just they looked in, checked the place out for a second, then walked right back out.
Okay. Any idea where they were going? The white dragonborn and companions.
No idea. Yeah, I've heard nothing about those guys. There is a group of high elves though taking off to the shrine.
AKA, please
Okay,
get out
thank
of the
you,
city.
and I slip her 1 gold coin.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Thank you much, sir.
So what shrine is this?
You're asking me? Or
I,
you're asking...
Yeah, or her. How do we know? Yeah,
I don't
asking
know.
her.
I don't know.
How do we get there?
It's northeast, up through the forest. The shrine of the ancient green dragon Skithrix. We believe that the elves are going to the wall, stopping by the shrine to pray on the way.
To the window, to the wall.
Wall.
Yeah, the wall that separates the dead lands. The Library of Souls. It's Negan's Keep. There's the wall that separates the Deadlands and Azazel. The Library of Souls was the gate that used to go through there. It's been destroyed, and there's an ongoing battle there now between the orcs that are still left and the High Elves.
We will go there.
It's an outpost, one of the major outposts right now during the left of the war. Generally, the High Elves will go and pray at the shrine and then head up that way.
So I'm going to ask the barkeep if we can keep this conversation between us. We don't want to draw too much attention.
For 1 gold, no problem.
All right. Slip 2 gold.
2 gold.
Hey.
Whoa!
Is you busy later?
Money baller.
Exactly, Adam.
Get off at 5.
Oh, baby.
There's Jay.
I motion towards a
My
dimly
camera.
lit corner table and proceed to take a seat.
Excellent.
And I'll join him.
There we go. It's a
She
party
comes
now.
over and she brings 2 large tankards of mead for you guys. Is there anything else I can get you guys?
No, we're good for now.
Jesus,
Alright,
this is like
Anise.
pulling teeth.
She walks away.
Adam's saying, please just fucking do something.
So my character Bose followed the two into the pub, slowly walks over to them while and asks them what the interest in the shrine is.
You're asking Koryak?
Yeah,
In the magic shop.
no, in the pub.
In the pub.
Oh.
Okay, so that's Wolf
Oh,
Smith.
it's fucking
Titan
pub.
Creek in the pub.
Yeah, I'm with Wolf Sniff and Time.
Okay, cool.
No particular interest, friend. How can we help you?
We were on the same boat together, were we not?
I thought I saw you. I wasn't sure. I asked Wolfsniff, do you remember seeing him?
Yeah, of course. This fine man joined us in our quarters. I don't remember it either, but his face looks familiar.
Wow. That
Oh,
sounds like a
man.
party.
No one knew he was.
Ain't no party like a boat party.
So in the
boy.
Discord,
I've got
they were in there smoking a little something in the Discord. They were in the lounge of the boat.
Yeah. Sector,
I can see
the murder
that.
crow has not been activated yet.
How
Nobody
about
said
yours?
the-
Do you have an interest in the shrine?
Nobody said the
I
secret
asked
word.
Bogan or Bo.
Bo turns to Titan and says, we have a mutual interest in the shrine. I have my reasons for being here, you have yours. Maybe we can work together.
The more the merrier. I turned to Wolfsniff and asked, do you have any objection?
I have no objection. I had some information come to me from an old friend that there's an imbalance in the force, and we need to seek out this
Jesus.
green dragon shrine. So just checking it out.
Bo sits near and gestures to one of the barmaids to bring him a tankard of ale.
Quality mics.
Anise comes over and brings you the tankard of ale.
Shit is
I
definitely
look at
not
her
Adam.
and take the tank.
She looks at Titan Creek and says, "Is this on your tab?"
Not. We have nothing else to do.
Very good then. Enjoy your meat, sir.
Koyak,
Get away, Bo. This round's
you
on you.
passed out or something. I understand.
Got him.
Bo gives you
I'm gonna tell Tsunade. I'm just gonna say thirsty.
I don't understand this damn caveman talk between these two.
Telepathically, of course.
Okay. Let's see if we can get directions to the nearest pub.
Jesus Christ.
So I locate the closest elf that's around Adam.
Mhm.
Is there an
Yes.
elf close by?
Yeah.
It's a city of
It's
elves.
a storefront, sort of like the area. You see these two dragonborn sort of peeping in and out of different buildings and looking in for a second, and then coming back out, like they're looking for something in particular. There's no one really on the streets right now. I think they've got those guys in the magic shop, and the others are in the pub.
What color are those
pub.
dragonborn?
There's one red and one white.
All right. I'm not gonna like use actual stealth. I'm just gonna make sure that none of my actual skin is showing.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you doing that?
I tell
Through magic,
I
through
just-
dirt, or something?
No, I'm just like my tail's like wrapped up around my waist and everything, and I'm gonna like keep my hands inside my cloak.
Yeah, Solid's here. What's up, dude?
Still got my mask on and everything.
Solid is a
Sandman.
dragonborn, which is like a giant half man, half dragon. So yeah, tucking your tail into your cloak is definitely gonna disguise you for everybody.
Yeah.
I tell Skithrix to wait here, and I'm gonna walk into the storefront and ask the elf or the person working there where the nearest.
Okay,
I
very good.
will sit down on the ground outside
Cameras
of the
got messed
shop.
up. There we go.
All right, as you go in, they motion down 6 doors down on the right-hand side.
Thank you.
Just down from Ward's Wards. No. No.
I go back outside, locate Skithrix, kind of motion this way, and kind of point and tell him telepathically this way. Let's go.
These two had a hard time
Okay.
talking or something.
I'll follow her.
All right. You're standing in front of the pub.
I'm engrossed.
You guys are standing in front of the pub.
Oh, we are now?
What's the name of the pub?
Jesus.
The pub is...
All the way in?
Yes.
That is
Nobody
the
burned that
fakest
one
laugh from
down.
Adam. He's
The
saying,
hidden
Jesus
door.
Christ.
Along with the entire city.
Let's see. The pub is...
The bilge pump.
Yes,
All the way
this is the
into-
first hour.
let's call it Mocktails.
Oh, mocktails.
Is the shopkeep still ignoring me?
The shopkeep, it's been enough time. Yeah, sure. You can go up there now.
I will readdress my question to him
Okay.
about the shrine.
Say it again.
My question to you is have you heard of a shrine to a green dragon or possibly a location?
Yes,
Trying to
it's
progress
to
the
the
story.
northeast from the town. The ancient shrine of Skithrix is there in the forest. It's a long journey, though.
How long?
It's a good 5 days. But
See me drop
there's
the
a lot
paper.
of high elves going that way, so you may be able to get with those guys.
Adam's begging us to go with the.
Do you know where they're meeting?
I have no idea. No, I just know they're coming in and buying lots of.
Would they come in buying?
All sorts of different armaments, things to help in the battle, I would imagine, against the orcs.
All right. Speaking of wares, do you have anything of interest?
To whom?
Adam's saying
To you?
To
I
myself.
have no idea.
awful things in his head right now.
We have all sorts of things. Do you have any sort
I'll,
of money of interest?
I'll brandish a hilt of a sword to him.
I do that often in this campaign.
We have several good swords here, certainly. That's what you're looking.
Adam,
Can I do a quick inspection of the shop to see what's there?
magic item creation?
Sure.
This whole time, while Geth has been talking to the shopkeep, Koryak's been about 5 feet behind him over his right shoulder, just like evil eyeing the elf. Just staring at him.
Okay.
Laser
Okay.
focus.
Okay.
Fuck you, elves. That's what he's thinking over and over in his bird head.
You have too much patience, Adam.
Surprised he's not just saying mine, mine, mine.
I'm kind of keeping my ears open for the conversation, but just kind of glancing at all the wares and valuables inside the store. Just uninterested in what's going on, period.
Dead space, dead space.
So there's a great sword, there's a regular sword, there's a
Hey.
long sword, scimitar. Let's see.
Why'd you make me do
Yeah.
this?
So just different types of swords. If that's what you're looking
It's just swords.
Okay.
for. Let's say there's one.
I'll ask
Hey, don't talk about my free windows.
shopkeep directly. This being a magic shop, do you have anything of powerful nature?
I'm sorry for this, Adam.
Well, depends on what you consider power. But we have some interesting things. If you want something of power, then we'd have to go down to the basement, and that's only for.
AKA, don't
Sorry,
do
what
it.
was it?
So that's only for friends. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Elves.
Elves. In our adventuring group, who were the elves?
In your adventuring group,
Right, the group we were with that traveled to the.
you want to name all
Magic
the
shop.
high elves on the boat?
No. The
Adam's
folks that were
face.
traveling with us to the magic shop.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
You don't have any elves.
Oh, okay.
You have one that looks like an elf.
Gotcha.
I'll say that. Well, okay. Technically, you have an elf. Sorry. You do have an elf.
And that guy's over at the
I
pub,
mean,
right?
he's mostly elf.
I'm looking at stuff. I'm the guy that looks like an elf. I'm looking at stuff.
You are the look-alike elf.
Yeah, I'm an elf. I don't know why the looks like. I'm an elf.
You're an elf.
It's supposed to be
Speaking
close
in
to
real-time
midnight or something
IRL?
because these jokes suck.
Kind of looks like an elf up there.
I realize what's the underlying tone here, and I'll talk to my elf look-alike companion and say, can you help me out here?
What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Adam's saying, please no.
If you could report back what he has down there, that'd be lovely.
Okay, great. So I'll go up to the barkeep, or sorry, weapons, whoever the dude is behind the counter.
It's Nathan.
Could you be persuaded in letting me and my friend over here go down to the basement and see what magical supplies you guys have?
Natharan says, certainly, I'll let you come down. Yeah.
Let me create some more magic
This guy's
items.
straight up dick.
Okay, great. Let's go. Let's go down. Take a look.
He hits he reaches under the little table that he has there, and 4 elves come in through the door. High elves. They look fairly beefy, I guess.
God
Would
damn
be
it.
the word for it. And they're standing there while he goes downstairs. They wait there with you guys.
What a dick.
It takes-
I was totally gonna steal everything in this fucking store.
That's why I did it.
And they're looking at you unkindly. These high elves.
I look at them unkindly with my yellow bird eyes.
Squawk!
What's up, fucker?
The best banter of the night.
Haloran,
Yes.
you're going down with Natharan. Okay. Natharan's the name of the shopkeeper. You and he are going downstairs. It goes down. There's a sword that's sort of bright and sort of just burning light in the corner. There's a moment. There's one there that you kind of get close to, and it hurts your head. Like it has like a pain in the back of your head a little bit as you get close to it. There is another sort of long sword there that is bright as well, but in a different sort of way. It's sort of a glowy type.
It's bright, but in a different sort of way.
Can you give me more information on these weapons?
no.
There seems to be a mysterious force coming off of them.
Oh yes, certainly. So this one here is a.
It's the most
called a,
sarcastic.
sword. It creates light, and also makes you really good with it if you know how to use sword. It's one of the better swords. It really does the job well.
It's a good sword.
This one over here, you don't get too close to it. It has something about it. It was made by mind flayers, we're told. So yeah, I try not to get in there. I'm not really sure what it does. It kills me close. We keep it over in the corner. And this one here is another one that's a really good amount of light. Different sort of light, actually. But it does something else. Well, a lot of
Yeah, usually solid. That's what
it
it
kind of
does.
just burns your skin when you get close to it. So don't touch the point.
All of us
Okay.
have
Do you have anything?
piqued interest because now we know magic items are there. So we're gonna stay at the shop for even longer.
Like any relics of Itrigan or anything that I could use to worship?
Oh, certainly, yes. We have several trinkets upstairs.
Okay, great. Can you show me those as well, please?
Sure. Let's get it.
I don't remember
You guys
this.
go back upstairs.
I'm terrible at
And he
it.
takes you to the corner and says, "These here, these are very nice trinkets here for."
I'm gonna go back over to Geth, I think his name is. Sorry. And I'm gonna kind of tell him what I heard. There's a moon sword, creates light. I took really bad notes when you were talking. I'm sorry. There's another one that burns skin if you get too close to it, and there's another sword down there that just gave me a really bad headache as soon as I walked down the stairs. Any of those seem interesting to you?
Yeah, they all sound great.
Sorry, first sword again?
A moon sword. It creates light.
A moonstone sword.
Did I say that right?
Moon.
Moon.
Mood like mood ring?
No. Like,
In the sky.
like from yeah.
Ah, big thing. Okay.
Luna.
Such a jackass.
Made of cheese, yes.
Yes. Like a big pizza pie.
That's amore.
That's amore.
Oh shit!
All right.
That's the
Did you find out prices?
You didn't say prices. You said find out information on them.
Oh god.
I'm looking to buy, sucker. I'm not looking to find out what it is.
I'll walk back over to the storekeep and ask him the prices.
I was wondering when you were going to ask the price.
Sorry, my traveling companion wasn't very clear. What are the prices on the swords?
Well, the one that burns your skin is quite pricey at 500. The one that
That's a bargain.
has the shining sort of moon-like glow. That one is 300 gold. And honestly, that one that hurt your head, I just want it out of here. I'll let it go for 75.
These are all level 1 characters that don't have shit to their name, so these prices I think are get out of my store prices.
Thank you. I'll walk back over and relay the information. They're pretty pricey. Do you have, unless you have more than 50 gold on you, I don't think you're gonna get anything done.
We'll see about that.
As a DM, you got a cocky player like that, fuck him up.
I like the sound of the mind hurdy one. I'm gonna cut out the middleman right now. Walk up to the shopkeep, and I would like him to roll against my intimidation. I'm gonna grab him by the shirt collar.
First
and say,
roll.
You're gonna deal with me now.
Hey, 1 second.
Yes!
Ballsy
I'm
roll.
gonna kill some fucking elves.
We're not gonna get crazy there, Squawks. We're gonna.
Squawk.
Squawks.
The bird seems agitated, hopping side to side.
Throw some bird seed on him.
I know, seriously, he starts
Oh,
lifting his
sorry.
legs, you know, and standing on one at a time, like,
Pee-pee dance.
The poor eye elves.
Just a big fucking ostrich.
So as he walks by, approaching the counter, I'm gonna kind of touch him, and I'm gonna cast guidance on him, which gives him a D4 to an ability check.
Okay.
Not the enemy, Girth or Garth. Or
Girth.
Oh,
Gith.
I like Earth.
Garth.
he
I'm
gets
gonna
an
change
extra
my name,
1d4 girth.
But I'm not. I don't want him to know.
I just
that
got the
did
extra
it.
C. In
I'm just gonna kind of just brush his arm and cast guidance while he walks by, so he doesn't know that I did it.
Okay. Very good.
Now we're starting to use some
Well, let's
skills.
figure it out.
I'm not a douche elf, okay? I'm not like these other guys.
And what were you trying to do? I mean, exactly.
Intimidate into having him deal with me and stop this racist BS.
Yeah,
What'd you get?
it's 2019. Probably 18 at this point.
So 15 plus 7, so it'll be a 22 plus my guidance, which is what, 3, 4?
1d4.
Yeah, so 26 total.
Okay. He's like, I'm sorry. You know, we have standards, we have rules. The high elves get sort of pushing.
getting there, Adam.
Start pushing the Kinku and the other elf closer to the desk.
This is all made up on.
I forgot about the other 4 in there.
Oh god.
I'll let him know that I'm not here to cause trouble, but I'm here to be treated as an equal.
The high elves in the back say, "Don't listen to him."
To who, me?
Yeah.
Ah.
I kind of roll my eyes and put my hand on my sword, just ready for whatever.
It's fight time.
Not entirely bought into what's happening, but not entirely like ready to run either.
I will release his shirt collar
I'm sure those 4 would have killed us.
and tell him that I have a pilgrimage to make and I have no time for this.
I think I realized it at that point.
He says to you, he's like, "I'm sorry. You know, I'll help you if you need me to help you. I promise I'll help you." The high elves in the back start moving closer again. You
Time to
guys
go.
are within like a very small circle.
You're gonna die.
So if we were to head towards the exit,
Yeah, I imagine Adam.
can I do that?
Yeah.
You can try.
I'd like to leave now.
I'll do it. I'm out of here.
Get out of the fucking store.
As you're walking away, one of the high elves' hand on your chest gets a bit weirded out by touching you, puts his hand back down and looks at you and says, I think you owe him an apology.
Not to me, right?
No.
Because he gonna lose a hand.
Snap my little bird beak right on it.
I know, dude.
I'll tell the high elf that I won't apologize for righting a wrong, but I won't cause any trouble either.
He stares at you sort of intently, and he moves out of your way.
Just leave.
You're
Proceed out the door.
free to go.
Whew.
I'm gonna bow on the way out and say, "May Itrigan be with you," as I walk out.
Did you not want to buy one of those trinkets?
No, not even.
Adam's
kind
like,
of.
I made all
wasn't
this shit for
interested to
nothing.
start with. And I,
That was just
Fuck you guys.
in to find out prices.
See you solid.
and I don't
If I
have
didn't-
75 gold, so it doesn't matter.
If I didn't wear pants, I'd poop on his step when I walked out. Seriously.
Alright.
Back out into the street.
All right, what's going on in the pub over there?
So there's a lot of conversation going on in the pub, a lot of different groups and people. So can I use a perception skill?
You can leave.
What do you? Just tell me what you're trying to know, because I mean, your perception. I can, some things don't need to.
There are some interesting conversations going on, and I'm trying to eavesdrop.
Okay. There's several groups of high elves in there, and they're talking about going to the wall. You're just walking around. Is that what you're doing? Table, table, sort of.
Sitting at the table, so I don't
Okay,
draw a lot of
could probably
attention to
hear
us.
You could probably hear your right and left table. You guys are backed into a corner, so there's probably a right and left table, sort of close to you. And it's sort of a V, I guess, if you're in a corner. Both are pretty much talking about going to the statue, praying, or going to the shrine and praying.
This is Google
and,
art. I can move.
beeline
see
towards
both.
the wall to help out the troops.
Check it out. Very nice. Bye.
In general.
So it seems like we've arrived at a bad time in the middle of the end of a war. Talking to my companions over at the table.
It's a good time for opportunity. A lot of chaos. I don't know about you guys, but I've had my fill. And let's go see if we can find out what's going on with the other folks.
See if we can link up with them.
Pointless
Somebody has
last
to be
half
bound
hour.
to be going to this wall. Like we keep hearing so much about.
Yep.
Bo looks at both of them and nods while he keeps sipping on his ale.
As you guys are starting to walk that way, stand up from the table, you see two new figures walk into the door.
The Dragonborn?
New, not nude.
Ooh.
Oh, dang it.
Can I get that girth spell
Definitely
again?
not new.
Plus
Girth-
one.
Girth's
Plus
catching
one.
on.
+4 to girth.
Okay, I stand in front of Wolfsniff and Bo and motion towards the door.
Okay. You're making
It's
your
quality
way towards
content, Adam.
What about those two new people that walked in?
the door. They're at the door.
So
Just
I
said
guess we just feel like doing. You guys feel like bumping into them and finding some information about them.
that.
Bo secretly sizes them up as he's walking behind.
And
Oh no, not talking about you guys. You guys
Oh,
aren't in the door
I was
yet.
about to Picaw's ass.
This bird's feisty and I like him.
No, this is Skrithix and Stuna Day.
So
Uh,
I'll walk past and introduce myself.
To whom?
Hello there, fellow travelers.
I think you have
What
to
do you do?
introduce yourself. Like, after you say the words. Like, hi.
Just so you guys know, my character is 6'8" and like 320 pounds.
Just like you then.
Yeah.
And my character is 5'9" and like 145 pounds. 135.
Irrelevant
So
stats.
solid
So
bet.
it's the odd couple.
Yeah.
Adam's
So those are the pictures sitting
cringing.
at the door.
There's smell of mushrooms.
Well, aren't you a mountain of a man?
Oh boy. Girth
Trying to
plus
fuck
3.
him or what?
I think old Wolfsniff would actually lick one of those mushrooms.
Foreshadowing.
Let me see that toadstool.
I try to
I-
introduce myself. Hey guys,
Strong
where are you
silent
guys
type.
headed?
Oh my god.
Have you found anything of interest?
We were just on our way to town. My companion here and I are looking for a group of individuals that came by boat. I'm thinking you might be that group.
As you
It was
say
a rather
this,
large boat.
as you say, there's two more people walking, or a creature and a person walking behind you. One's a bird-like character,
And reunited.
and one looks like Death himself.
Hey.
Motion to the two new characters. Are these guys with you? Asking Tsunade.
Bo turns to the bird and says, "Watch it."
Thank you, Jay.
When
What?
Geth,
I
when,
look-
Geth, when Geth walks in, I'm just gonna turn my entire head straight at him. And just, because I've got my mask on or whatever, so you can't see my face. But I'm just gonna just stare at him.
Like straight up exorcism stuff.
Holy shit.
I telepathically look at Scarix, or
Scared.
I can't say your name.
Crazy names. Don't do it.
Skrillex. I want to say Skrillex, but I'm okay. Yeah.
See?
I
Great
mean,
name.
the shopkeeper was just named
I look at
Nathan, so
Skrillex, and I telepathically
Adam's saying.
I
fuck you.
telepathically tell him to let's take it easy. Let's not start anything here.
Just I'm gonna tell her. He looks like death.
He does,
He does. Relevant.
but
I mean, you're not wrong.
Standing in the doorway for.
so
He
I
might
take
be-
these guys aren't with you.
useful to us.
Just gonna keep
I'm just gonna say the bird's down if y'all want to throw.
And I turn to Bo and say, "Did you know aviary poop and pee at the same time?"
Jesus. This must be pretty late at night.
Bo stares at Wolf Sniff to himself.
It's a true story.
Yeah. I can start to take my pants down. I'll show him.
Adam's dying inside.
Please don't show us.
Look at his face. Just smile.
He is confused because I mean he figures that's obvious. I mean, if you humans don't do it, that just doesn't make any sense to him.
So
You
I'm
guys got to do it separate, like fucking losers. God, that's weird.
Making poop jokes. Quality.
I don't believe in I
Birds?
believe in being direct. Yeah, I don't believe in birds. I believe in being direct. So I'd like to find out if we're all on a common journey.
Tell me what your journey is, and we'll tell you ours.
Jesus.
Sounds like the beginning of a porno.
Bo turns to Sunday
What
and
the
says,
fuck
"We
kind
seek
of
the
porn?
shrine."
Bo says what?
We're seeking the shrine of the Green Dragon.
Here we go.
I look to Skithrix and speak to him again telepathically.
Dumb.
Weren't we just from that area?
What?
What's a shrine?
Oh yeah, he's a caveman. I forgot.
to my lord. I don't know what these are.
So dumb.
Well, if you don't know what it is, maybe we can scout it out together with this group.
Yeah. Just get the fuck out of the town.
I'd be okay with that. I just want to stay away from this. I'll keep an eye on this guy that looks like death.
Bunch of
I will-
racist
I gotta
motherfuckers
get back.
everywhere.
This campaign's getting shut down.
Dude, the bird who is what you said you're 6'8", I'm about 5'6", so you got a foot 2 on me. The
Yeah.
bird's looking directly up at you like, "What's up, motherfucker?" Oh!
I'm just gonna breathe out some purple smoke out of my mask. Pours out
This is the
underneath.
worst part.
I will extend my hand to Sonade and say we'll be happy to travel with you.
Here we go. Silence.
We haven't said exactly if we're
Oh,
going there.
that's true.
Like we've been talking telepathically, but
My bad.
Yeah, but you want
I
to.
will-
Your body language
I
says
will-
otherwise.
That's right. It's game on then.
Don't let your players talk telepathically to each other during roleplay. It's fucking stupid.
Pub fight.
Your eyes said yes already.
Yeah, I said yes. Yes. That's
Adam, can I overhear this?
We'd be happy to
Yeah, you're right there.
get on the road with you guys if
Dumb
you were
question.
heading the same direction.
I can.
we can.
I'll brush past the Mushroom King, and who seems to be doing the most talking here? Would it be
Well, Tsunade.
You guys are telepathic.
right?
Yeah. It'd be Bo if anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess Bo.
So probably Bo.
So you
But
really just see me
Botan-
looking up and down to Skithrix. And
So
then
I'll
get
brush
you guys.
past Mushroom King and go to Bo and say, I also seek the shrine. If you'll have me, I'll adventure with you.
Bo turns to him and says, "You sure you're up to it? You look quite sick."
Adam's face
Dude
says
needs
it
a
all
sandwich.
right now.
He needs some milk.
Healthy food.
Some Vegemite.
I'll tell him that health hasn't been a concern of mine for a while, and that I'm ready to go.
I'll whisper to Bo.
I-
Clearly, he looks like
And
he's been
I'll-
dead 100 years.
Bo looks at both Wolf Sniff and Titan and nods.
He nods.
Very good. You guys all going together?
Very good.
I'd like
said
to. Yeah. Okay. We'll
Hey,
just cut to the
Mom.
chase. We'll head there with you. We want to take a look at it ourselves.
All right. Everybody's going back to where they came.
Yes.
A party
Korak's
it is.
just following along, just looking mean at anybody except for Gus. And the guy that looks like an elf, but he obviously knows in his heart isn't an elf.
He's ready to poop.
Poop jokes. Oh, that's it. Shit. Oof. So that was the first hour of our campaign. I'm surprised there was a second hour after all that. If you guys want to watch another hour, we certainly can. It gets a little better from here. Just let me know if that's something you want to do in the chat. If not, we can end it right there, and I'll do another one of these another time. Overall impressions so far. Man, in the moment you don't know how painful it is, but watching it back, Adam, you have more patience than anybody I ever know. I would have killed the party 10 times over by now. Man, I guess that's working with some new players. That's, you know, you want to keep this up. Yeah, dude, I'll watch another one. It's not bad. Man, it's tough watching this back and seeing how cringy it all is, and hopefully we see a big improvement here in the next couple episodes. So let's go back and find episode 2. At least end off on some kind of note.
Yeah, I mean,
We're all heading northeast.
Yes.
Korak's round or ready.
All right. So we're fast forwarding through all this to get it. You get about 3 days into the travel towards the shrine. And you've been told where the shrine was, I guess, in the bar where we were asking questions. And you start getting really hungry. If I can name.
See? Names.
Skrithix.
Dumb names.
4-letter names from now on.
You're fine. You don't have anything to worry about. Geth, you are fine. You guys aren't getting hungry at all. You're not thirsty. Everyone else is getting super hungry.
Trying to
I'm
progress
giving
the party.
Tsunade mushrooms and water
Okay.
throughout the journey.
Right, so you're good. The rest of you starting to feel ill. Yes.
Character question. Are we going with the entire setup that you can use any spell as long as it fits into your spell slot, or do you have to know the spell beforehand?
Good question.
No,
So
you studied it when you woke up this morning.
good question.
But you're a sorcerer
Right.
anyway, so you probably do.
And open spells, what you do, Rev, is if we're not in combat and initiative, you can use the spell, but it still eats a slot, and you don't get it back until you take a long rest.
Okay.
Probably true. Probably maybe made that up.
All right, let's see. Look at my little sheet here. So as you guys are going along, you walk up to it looks like a campsite. As you're still searching sort of along the path for food, just off the.
So I'm pretty sure that whole town encounter, that first hour, was not planned at all by Adam. I think it was supposed to just breeze through the town. So this is where we should have been about 5 minutes into the campaign.
Path to the left is a campsite looking area. You can see the fire going over there. There are several tents.
Do something.
Several what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that last bit.
Tits.
Tits?
No, tents.
At
That's
South
it.
Carolina. Getting through a little bit there.
Bo looks into the distance to see if there's any guards near the tents.
There's no one here that you can see, Bo.
So I asked
Bo
the party
thinks to
who's
himself.
hungry.
I could
Bo
go for a
jumps
bite.
up and says, "I could eat a horse."
All right, I'd like to cast Create Food and Water. Level 3 spell.
Jesus.
What is it?
Create Food and Water.
It was a level 3 spell, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yes,
he said
yes.
level 3.
Level 3 spell, nice.
Adam's
and
like,
what does
I don't know about
cast
that.
food and water do specifically other than cast food and water? How much does it cast, I guess, is the question. Enough
35
for-
pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
Jesus. Yep, you guys are good.
If not, I can easily hunt enough food for, I think, 5 people. Hunter, trap, gather from my survival. And then also, what kind of terrain are we in? Are we mountains, forest,
In forest.
woods? Forest, okay.
Well, we have plenty to spare at this point.
How close
Totally
are we
negate
to like
the
center
food and
of the
water thing.
forest?
You're probably. Think about it. You guys are. Yeah, you're probably right in the center. You're about halfway there, a little over halfway there. So.
Exactly, Adam.
Okay. And
So
how-
there should be like a slight poisonous fog that is hanging in the air as well.
Okay. Enough to damage your compatriots?
I'd have to look at Dragon Lair shit, but it's like 5 or 10 miles away from wherever the ancient green dragon is. That's where it's like you can start to see it.
Okay. So you
I
guys
think.
are starting to see that. Yep.
I'll look it up actually.
fine.
how
It could
how
be-
far away are we from this camp, Adam?
You're probably
we
a
can see
good-
it off the edge of the road, or
Yeah, you're about a good 100 feet from it. So
Oh, okay.
There's fire going there, there's
Um,
smoke going up, and you smell the smell of cooking.
when I mean, as we start approaching it or notice it, Koryak starts moving off into the woods, and I use my primeval awareness. As an action, you can expend 1 ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level of spell slot spent, to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you. Or
So what I like that Death's doing right here is explaining his spells. Like you saw earlier with Rev, he just kind of said, I'm going to do this, and didn't explain anything. Being all these new people in the group, it's good to kind of explain what's going on and kind of give them a backstory on the spell and what it does, so that way they can kind of be caught up to speed. So not everybody knows what every spell does.
Within up to 6 miles of you, if you're in your favorite terrain, which we are not, this feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or number.
Okay. You know, so you don't know location or number. All right, so you know
Correct.
they're a fae. Yes, they're a fae.
Okay.
But you're also aware the high elves are on this path to
Yeah.
go towards the shrine. So.
I hate them all.
Walking down the path, going to the campsite. Anybody doing anything?
I'm gonna go
Anybody
investigate
doing
the
anything?
campsite.
I'm going to say stealth out in the woods while they investigate the campsite.
I'll go with the pretend elf.
I'll go with them, but about 10 feet behind them.
I'm
You guys-
sticking by Skithrix.
Chillin'.
Chill, like a villain.
Like a villain. Damn it.
This is
All right,
another one of
you guys
those
are in the,
just
what about
go
you,
and do
Wolfsmith?
something already moments.
Where are the other people going?
To the campsite 100 feet away, off the left
Yeah,
side of the
I'll
path.
go to the campsite.
They both.
So walking up to the campsite, I'm going to use my divine sense, which, if there's any strong evil, it smells like a noxious odor.
Okay.
And if there's any powerful good, it rings like heavenly music.
You smell a very intense noxious odor.
Oh, ooh, good spell to use. Just go to the
It
encounter.
wasn't
says.
me.
Right. It says so. Divine sense. When evil registers noxious odor, I smell noxious odor. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type of the being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Within the same radius, you can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hollow spell.
Desecrated, like with the spell, or as in like actually desecrated, like a shrine or something like that.
Dragon.
It doesn't
Maybe
say
you've
that.
done it. Okay. Defecated?
guess.
You said defecated?
Defecated or tagged with graffiti. I can totally.
Piece of gum stuck in the.
So I know it smells.
Okay.
Yes,
And
useful.
what were the classes again?
Celestial, fiend, or undead.
No, none of those. None of those.
Not specific enough.
So all I know is that it stinks like bad.
Yeah. it
Um,
stinks.
So I won't relay that message, but I'll stop and why
kind
not
of
relay that
unsheath my
message?
sword like a quarter and just ready myself.
Okay.
Party has no idea what's
Can
going
I-
on.
There are several.
Can I hear him unsheath his sword?
Do you want to?
Yeah, if I do, I would do mine too.
Adam's at
Okay.
WTF moment right
I don't know
now.
if you were gonna make us roll for that or not.
No.
I unsheath my daggers.
How about you, Bo? Are you with them?
Yep,
Dumb question.
I'm with them.
All right. There are several bags of sort of ingredients sitting around by the tents. Natural things, types of mushrooms, ones for herbs. Another one over there is full of looks like types of bread and things of that nature. Different types of. There's one recently killed raw meat. Sort of dripping through the bag a little bit. Just basic food stuffs, different ones. Mr. Let's see, Wolf Sniff and Corey. Oh, you're not in there, are you, Corey?
No, I'm out hiding.
Okay. So Wolf
Try.
Sniff, you can definitely tell what each one of these bags has in it. What type of herb, type of mushroom,
Don't overcomplicate
meats
shit, right?
that have been killed.
So I'd like to go through all of it
Okay.
and identify it.
Mhm.
But I don't want to share that information.
Okay. So you know.
I don't understand why we were doing that, but share all your information with your party. Like, this isn't a PvP campaign. This isn't like we're adventuring together. We should be sharing all this information together. Literally just does nothing but hinder the party if you're not sharing information. So it would be nice. Oh boy, crazy cats. It would be nice if you shared all your information.
Know exactly everything that's in there. Is there anything in particular you're looking?
I'm bothered by the animal.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that?
That was recently killed elk. Looks like it may have been a giant elk that was killed. Very large piece of
Okay.
Is the carcass anywhere?
No.
Or is it not?
No carcass.
Okay.
But you don't know that. You're over there in the path.
Adam's getting mad.
Metagame and ass wipe.
So I'm gonna inspect but not take anything until we know what's going on.
All right. Very good. As you guys are standing there, you hear a loud rumble. The ground kind of shakes. That much.
First encounter.
On the pathway, an elf comes out, dressed in a very fancy garb. He says, he looks at Githrix Nade. Doesn't see you, Koryak. Says, my name's Ellerin the Kind. See you guys are hanging out over here in the path, and
Right,
to
Adam?
me, like, you got people either with or near you in our camp. What's your intent?
We are just basic travelers. We
Foreign
are
content, that's right.
heading toward the wall.
Heading to the wall. Everyone's going to the wall today. I'm just the high elf. We sort of stopped here and made camp, and we're just getting to know people as they walk by to see if they, they like to come hang out, maybe have some food, just enjoy something to eat,
He is definitely being kind.
talk about where they're going, how things are happening, just get some good conversation.
That's greatly appreciated, kind sir. Me and my tall friend here, we already had our share of food for the day, and we're just making our way. But thank you.
Roll a d20 soon that day.
Can I roll for perception to see if he's indeed speaking the truth? That
Yeah.
would-
It's
That
not
would be
really a
insight.
perception check.
Or insight, whatever the fuck it is now.
There you go.
Yeah, you can do that.
Am I adding any modifiers to this?
Yes, you will be. One second.
He said roll a d20. Just roll the damn d20.
Soon that day, just finding out. You
This
can
is
use
what
insight
makes
as well.
campaigns.
Alright, so I
Grind
got
to a halt.
18.
Okay. He seems to be genuine.
I'm going to then, since once I see if he seems to be genuine, I'm just gonna stand up,
Should already
outstretch my palm with some of my own mushrooms, and hand them to him.
Thanks.
Oh, he says, thank you very much, and take those from you. Puts them into his little bag. Would you like to come to the camp?
Just gonna start walking right to the camp.
Okay, soon as day. What'd you roll?
I look up at Skithrix, and
Still
then I
hasn't
look
rolled a
at
D20.
the elf, and I'm like, yeah, I guess we'll try.
What'd you roll, though? What was your roll?
What am I adding to it?
Oh
My
my God.
modifier.
Insight.
Wisdom.
7.
Your roll was 7 total?
I rolled a 13. I have a +4.
Oh, 17. Okay, got you. He looks at
roll.
you and he says, you know what would be great? If you just gave me all of your weapons right now. And you hand him all your weapons.
You hand him all your weapons. Wait.
So what do you have on you that you just gave him?
Wait,
You failed. Give him your shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
Pretty simple.
Exactly.
what did I fail though?
Don't overcomplicate things.
Check.
The check came before the actual question. so-
Don't question the DM.
Yeah. Would it have changed
Okay, I
anything?
give him a kunai blade.
Ooh.
Okay. Is that all of your weapons?
Yes.
Okay. The
As far
kunai
as he
blade.
knows.
Kunai.
Yes.
Kunai.
Kunai. Okay.
It's a dagger.
Yes. Kunai. I get. All right. So he takes your.
I
dagger.
give him a kunai.
He
Ooh.
goes, "Thank you very much." Pat you on the back. He says, "Right this way. Let's go to camp."
You
you
just
gotta
got your
walk into
shit
camp.
pleasantly robbed. Not all of it.
As Tsunade and Skrithix come walking in, you see this elf walking with them. Hello, friends. We've met your buddies in the pathway there. Oh, did I say we? Excuse me, me. I met your friends in the pathway there, and just glad you guys are here. How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing fine.
Bo,
How are you?
Doing well.
Does this
My name's
cat-
Ellerin. Ellerin the Kind. I'm a
Does this
giver.
cat stink? Give me your shit.
up?
Does he stink to me?
He-
Like as he gets closer, does the smell get worse?
what was the stink?
Dumb
They're
question
bad.
by me.
Yes. Yeah, the stink.
So he stinks as he's walking up.
He's stanky. He's super stanky.
he's real stanky. Okay.
A ranky stank.
Okay.
I look to Eldrin and ask him, "What was the purpose of taking my blade?"
Did we do that? I guess that. Okay, I'll allow that. Just making sure that you're safe. I don't want anybody in here that can cause a lot of trouble. I'm gonna ask your other friends as well, so don't feel so badly. You'll get it back at the end of the night, I promise. Or if you want to leave at any time, I'll give it to you. I promise. The
That better
noises
be a
you heard
solid
earlier-
promise. And then I try to intimidate.
Ooh.
The noises that you heard earlier are getting louder. Sounds like they're getting closer.
how close is Bo to the elf?
You're probably on the other side of the campfire. They just came walking to the back of the camp. You guys were on the other side where the were.
Bo
Let
moves
me drop
closer
this
to
out,
the
actually.
elf.
Get ready for combat.
Are we setting up camp here, or are we just visiting?
Adam visiting. This is why we went away from the map cam as well.
Yeah.
Sort of in a circle. Campfire. They come in here, and the majority of the
Okay.
without every.
Using a map does make it easier to kind of picture where everything is, especially in combat.
This is not an accurate representation, but this is do there.
Lon, I can't remember what color I am.
What's that?
Can't remember what color I am.
You are. I mean, it doesn't matter to you. It matters. Titan Creek, you are the white guy.
That's racist.
He's pretty fly for a white guy.
Spanish fly.
Spanish fly.
Am I out in the woods still?
Yes, you're on the move. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright.
I should let me move you back. But here, I'm just gonna turn this. Nobody can see. Red. So you're.
Yeah,
back
the
here.
red Ford eye. Right?
Yeah, you're. Yeah, visible. Yeah. I get it.
A lot of dead space out of me, right?
I sent you a message in Discord, but I'll just ask because everybody else was talking. But can I just shoot this fucking elf when I see him?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to roll.
Adam's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have disadvantage
which-
since you'll be a sneak attack, right?
I will have advantage because it's a surprise attack unless he knows I'm there.
Right.
So I'll roll 2d. Let's see, actions. Longbow +6 to hit.
Instead of trying to
6.
diplomatically
Roll-
solve this, let's just start
roll
raiding
a
combat.
20, not natural. And a 12.
Right,
so
exactly,
20
Adam. Why would he
hit.
shoot him? Just cause. Murder hobos now.
20.
And damage would be 1d8 +3.
Yeah, I can imagine you didn't like that.
8 damage.
Okay.
I mean, as soon as he gets when I shoot, I mean, as soon as he gets into the campsite and I notice that he's taking people's weapons and he calls himself the Kind, I was like, no. And
Guaranteed that
Birdman
means
is,
he's an
is
asshole.
the stereotypical Han Solo shoot first type.
yeah, I mean, I'm not down with
He
this.
took something.
And I shoot him in the back as
All right, let's everybody roll for initiative.
Adam's just
And
like,
now we're fighting.
let me kill you all real
And now
quick.
game's
You're
over,
welcome.
guys. What are we rolling?
Initiative.
initiative.
Roll a d20. Actually, and what's your dex mod?
This one.
+1,
This one.
Mine's +2.
-1. So roll a d20 and take 1 away.
Okay. Cool.
Your initiative rolls are a d20 plus your dex mod.
Lauren got a 14.
Yes, Adam.
For
The
initiative.
I got
Sunday
11.
Sunade gave away her weapons.
I have a 7.
Skrithix also has a 7.
Nice.
One more time, guys. So Geth, 7.
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Koryak,
16.
Important to note for later.
Skrithix,
7.
7. Titan Creek,
6.
I didn't hear you.
6.
6. Bo,
11.
11. Sunade,
16.
Halloran. No, sorry. Wolfsmith,
14. 14.
14.
13 for Wolfsniff.
Just
Okay.
rolling initiative takes this
Halloran,
long.
what
Imagine
was
what
your-
combat's gonna look like.
Initiative,
14.
14. Right. You roll for dude.
Cut that off midstream just to get that answer in.
Ooh. Roll girth +3.
How much did you hit for when you hit him?
I hit him for 8 damage.
8 damage.
Smart move.
And then for my move action, or my interaction for the turn, I'll hide again if.
Oh, this bird gives no fucks, man.
I don't know if it works like that.
Alright, so he turns to see you when you hit him. Let's see.
Right.
He has become unkind.
Bingo.
Now his name is Jack the Pissed.
Jack.
You shouldn't have done that.
He sees you actually in the trees, Koryak,
Okay.
and lets out a yell.
Caw-caw.
I respond with a caw. Caw!
Alright, you take
The faint smell of chicken enters the air.
I'm so glad these sessions got better.
I recommend crispy fried chicken.
I'm about to get the Colonel's secret sauce right now.
I'm gonna use all the
It all comes out the same hole.
spices.
Jesus. Adam, start fighting already.
Alright. So, from behind you guys,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
at the camp, you see a small sort of fey type creature, elven creature looking thing. Sort of pop out behind here. The trees. A large orc pops out here from behind a tree.
Mork the orc.
Oh, calling Orc son. Come in, Orc son. Another orc appears. Here. And the rumbling noise that was getting louder breaks down trees. Here.
Goddamn Jolly Green Giant.
Shit, did it again.
It's okay. We have solid.
All right. So this guy here is a large ogre. We've got an orc. I'm sorry. We've got the elf. We've got an orc, and an elf. You can tell by looking.
Wasn't I walking into the camp with the elf that took my blade?
Yeah, he's right there beside you guys, right here.
You're her blade.
I thought I was the black D6.
No, you're the black D4.
Black D6 is me.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are the 6. Okay. There you go.
I was a black 4.
There you go. Gotcha.
So racist.
Fixed. All right, the ogre, he just screams, "Rah!" Right?
Raw, right?
The little fae is sort of like
It's
running
not
on
funny.
4 legs. Sort of a hairy-looking elf, weird-looking thing.
What?
And starts barking like a dog. The
The
one
natural enemy of the crow. Watch out.
Yeah.
He freaks out and jumps up a tree.
the orc here just puts his hand in the air and he goes, "Bim!" And the orc beside him goes, "I'm Gron, the strongest."
Laughing when this
Guys,
is
oh
actually
no, we've
important
run across
information.
the circus.
All right, so first up is a tie between Tsunade and Koryak.
Here we go.
I guess Koryak, since you've had that first turn, we'll count that. Is that cool with you?
Whatever you say, man.
Let's do it. All right, Tsunade.
Well, since you mentioned a little bit ago that the Eldrin the Kind turned toward the Chick-fil-A
After you got
Guy.
shot by Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Here we go.
Since he turned his back to me, I'm going to walk up behind him and whisper in his ear. I knew I was going to get that Kanai blade back. And I attack. And
Okay, roll hit.
Dead space, dead space. 60-second timer incoming.
16.
That'll hit.
I hit him for 8 damage.
8.
I don't think Adam realized she was using a weapon at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
And can I use a bonus action to
Timer.
Can I use a bonus action to cast a cantrip?
No.
Does your character say that it can?
Well,
Time's
Depends
up.
on
Next
the-
person.
Only if the spell is a bonus action type.
no, never mind. I'll just move away.
And frozen.
Poof. Poofty.
Just poof.
Poofty. Yep. That's all you
Guys,
see. He poofs.
never trust elves, bro.
Did I grab my Kanai blade from him?
No. No, you moved
Adam.
the guy.
No.
That's
Oops,
okay. I
dropped
have
it.
14 more.
Ooh, there it
Yeah,
is.
what?
Oh, you.
No, you don't. You don't have anything.
Hey,
He took all. He
you
took all
only
your
asked
shit.
for one weapon. You only asked for one weapon.
No, he said all your
No,
weapons.
don't game the game. He's got all your
Uh-oh.
He reappears and slits your throat and disappears again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me understanding as a DM. I would be pissed. Adam right now in his mind is going just crazy because she is gaming the game very hard right here.
I'll take 26 points of damage for being an asshole.
I'm going to animate her corpse real quick then.
Solid.
Oh, now you're fucked.
He's growing attached.
This went south fast.
I have 14
Fine.
more.
So where'd you move? Forward, right, or left, or backwards?
I move closer to the.
As you can see in Adam's face right now, that is the face of pure rage.
To the road
Okay,
by 1 square.
got you there.
That's only 5 feet. Oh,
Well,
you're
he's
ditch-
gone
you're-
anyway, so
You're ditching us. All right, cool.
Yeah, this is not scale. The squares are not 5 feet, so
Oh,
it's just-
okay.
yeah, it's the only space I have.
Jackass.
That's probably, let's call it 15 feet per square.
actually, what are the circles around the outside of the camp?
This is why you have a timer, because this one turn for Panda has gone on for probably, 3 or 4 minutes. And that's why combat takes hours with 8 people.
Those are tents. Tents.
Are any of them casting shadows?
Every one of them is casting shadows away from that fire. So,
I'll move into the shadow of one of the.
okay. Put you right there.
And
And what? Is that the end?
yes, that's the end of my.
Okay. Next up, we have Halloran.
I'm gonna use my turn to put distance between me and the enemies.
Okay. Is you here?
Yeah, so I can move 20 feet, I think, because I got a lot of stuff on.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna towards the red guy. I'm just gonna put 20 feet of distance between me and the red guy.
Put you right. Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
That's dumb. Sorry, Spectator. You use your whole turn just to move 20 feet. You have an action, a bonus action, movement, anything you can do with that, and you're using a third of it. So we learn later on that you got to use all your opportunities at once, especially with 8 people. You're going to move 20 feet and then wait another 45 minutes to do something. Not very fun.
All right. Next up is Wolf Sniff.
All right, I'm trying not to die in our first fight, so I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
Hide where?
Good point.
Underground.
Again, don't
This is you here.
use your turn to hide
Good question.
in the middle of combat.
Behind the big guy.
The ogre.
Awesome.
You can probably make it inside that tent if you want to go.
Yeah, I'll go inside the tent.
Use your 1 turn and 45 minutes to hide in a tent.
Camping is
Little hiding
fucking
place.
intense.
Yeah, Adam.
All right. Next
Good
up is
use of a
Gron,
turn.
the strongest. Let's see, what's Gron going to do to you guys?
What's Gron gonna do to you guys? Hopefully he kills you all. Dead space, dead space.
All right. Gron goes running.
Because nobody's done anything cool, so he's just
And
gonna...
gets to about here.
Adam, you are definitely ready to go to bed at this
Oh.
point.
Bo moves towards the ogre.
No, it's not your time yet. I'm just saying,
Oh, okay.
coming at you, Bo.
No,
It's coming at me.
Shut up.
Yep. What we got there?
You
He
would just
wants some action.
move and hide or something. I'm gonna have him do something.
So the one on the right's coming towards me. I'll move towards it.
Let's try and get good light for you guys.
Map cams are a good idea. Hard to execute.
Okay. But you're not your time to move yet. I'm just telling you. He's got you.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, that's a 16 to hit.
I understand, Adam.
Does that meet your AC? Should.
Should.
Probably doesn't.
Shut up, Kevin.
For who?
This
You.
is Bo, I'm talking to you. You're the one involved in combat right now. 16 to hit. You're 17, right, on your armor?
I'm
Your AC is
17. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so he reaches
Oh,
back
yeah,
from
I made
his
his sheet.
shoulder, pulls out a javelin, throws it at you, and barely misses you and lands right behind you, sticking in the ground. He screams into the air, this guy, and the orc to his right. Find him.
Drim.
Bim. Yeah, Bim.
Bim. Yeah.
Bim.
Bim.
He does the same.
This is a battle mechanic that we never got to explore because I don't think we did anything correct in this whole fight.
Except this one hits.
Magic Meat Boy, what's going on?
And you take 11 points of damage.
Oof.
Junk. I think Solid's gone.
All right, next up on the list. So many papers. There's a lot of characters, guys.
11 characters
All right,
in
next
combat
up
right now.
Is
Too much.
Hom the Wise. I'm sorry, Jay. That was not Bim. That was Gron the Strongest.
Yeah, I thought
And
so.
Hom the Wise. And Hom the Wise.
Yeah, I thought so. He
Yeah.
says.
Hom
I knew
the Wise
exactly
was-
what it was.
Gron the Strongest is hit you. So next up is Bim. Sorry, no. Dog. Dog.
Water elemental.
Yeah, right.
You'll hear that many, many, many times in this campaign. Water Elemental is a reference to Solid's previous campaign, like 3 campaigns ago, where we were all adventuring and ended up on a ship, crossing a body of water, and fought water elementals for a good 2.5 hours because Solid was, I don't remember if he was tired or something, but these water elementals had 8 million hit points and just kept coming back and back and back. So that's just a reference that from a previous campaign.
Dude, you know, I mean, I've got
Still not dead.
fucking like 80 papers in front of me with all these guys. It's just like ridiculous.
And you guys aren't appreciating any of it. So
8
great.
characters with you guys, and then fucking 6 in this battle. 5 in this battle. It's a lot.
He's saying, bear with me, you fucks.
All right, so he just disappears. From here. And appears next to Skrithix. Sorry, no. Appears next to Halloran. That would be too far. Appears next to Halloran. It is Bim the Ogre's turn.
Shouldn't have fucked up, Adam.
Bim pounds the ground really hard and gets really pissed off. Moves up within his melee distance of Tsunade.
You're gonna die, clown.
That's not me.
That's
Oh, who's that?
That's
I
Geth.
know. Geth, okay. To Geth.
That's sickly boy.
Sickly Geth. Oh, that's right. You have on the other 10. I keep getting the other ones confused. They kind of look the
It's the problem with 8 characters and dice as character
All right.
markers.
He swings both of his fists at you, Geth, to hit you, and both come down right beside you on either side.
As a DM, knowing your characters or PCs ACs is very helpful because it can help move combat along really nicely. Adam knowing my AC as a character, he doesn't have to keep asking me, well, did that hit, did that hit, did that hit? He can just keep everything moving.
All right, tie between Geth and Skrithix. You guys figure out how you want to do it.
Go ahead, Solid.
All right. I'm gonna use Detect a Magic.
Okay.
Try and locate the guy that just disappeared.
Good move.
He appeared right next to me.
No, different one.
Oh.
He appears right next to you.
Right next to me.
Yes.
All right.
And that is
The kind.
Ellerin the
right?
Kind. Yeah, Ellerin the Kind.
Probably could have avoided this whole fight.
Okay. So then I'm going to. Oh no, I can't do that yet.
Timer.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna
You can be sure that from now on, every encounter we do is going to have a timer on it.
I'm just gonna throw some spores from my hand. Not gonna do anything. They're just gonna kind of land on him.
And that's my turn.
Spored up. You have to roll to hit that, or just you can just do it.
No, it's just it's like if you throw like fucking grass on someone. I don't know. It's just spores on him. It's like
Pocket
like a-
sand.
yeah, pocket sand.
It's just completely pointless.
And I'm going to telepathically communicate to
Don't do that.
Tsunade.
Yeah, think about it.
There he is,
Why not tell the whole party?
and that's it.
What a waste of a
Roger
turn,
that.
Solid. You're better than
Yeah,
that.
your turn.
I lost track because my mind even now is fuzzy about all this, but I'm pretty sure nobody's even made an attack beside the bird.
Okay.
I hope I do something.
I'll look at big fella.
Mm-hmm.
And
Bim.
Bim. And I will use Raffle Smite.
Okay.
Hey.
And that's a bonus
That's what
action.
it does.
So Wrathful Smite. Next time I use a weapon attack, my attack will do 1 extra d6 physical damage. And also, right now you have to make a Wisdom saving throw and beat a.
Timer. I'm guilty of it too.
Beat a what?
Right.
Yeah, that's-
Exactly.
Sorry, 15.
Beat a 15.
Forgot what I was
yes,
gonna say.
He does actually.
Well, good for him. He's a wise big guy. All right, so that fails. But what I will do is make 2 attacks against him.
Okay.
With a long sword.
Could have had a cooler sword, but that was too cheap. Timer.
20 to hit for the first one.
Ooh.
22 to hit for the second one.
Okay.
So then. So 12 damage on that. And 13 on the other one.
25 damage.
25 total.
A level 1.
Very good. Anything else? Did you add your divine smite?
Oops,
Or
nope.
wrathful smite?
That was, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, really? Well, never mind. That sucks.
And that's it.
Okay. Next up is Titan Creek.
Attack, bonus action. I didn't move because the guy was right in front of me. Use all your skills, abilities, all your stuff.
I'm sorry. Yes, Titan Creek. You're right.
How far is that ogre from me?
That ogre from you
Use the map.
White.
is just around the outside. Yeah, you're probably 30 feet from it.
3 feet. Okay, then I cast Ray of Frost on it.
Okay.
That's question. It says the spell's damage increases by 1d8 when you reach 5th level. Does that mean 5th level spell or 5th level?
Character level.
Character level.
So it does 2d8 then.
Okay.
Does it
When
say
the
any
roll hits?
saving rolls or anything?
Roll a
When the roll
d20.
hits?
Roll a d20 and add your spell modifier.
15, and my spell modifier is 6.
I'm kind of being a little bit of a loudmouth right here, but I'm also doing it out of trying to move the combat along.
That's 21.
You cut now. Sorry, what'd you say?
I said 15, and my spell modifier is 6.
Okay, it's 21 to hit.
Yeah, 21.
Okay, yep, that hits.
Awesome. 2d8s. I got 6 and 4, so 10 total.
Okay.
As a bonus action, use Expeditious Retreat,
Why?
level 1 transmutation. From wherever he is.
Nice, Mike.
So let's say 30 feet. 30 feet behind whoever is blue. So towards the campfire.
He's a caster, so I can understand why he doesn't want to be there, but he's already 30 feet away, so why are you running an additional 30 feet away?
All right, back to the top of the rotation. We're going with Koryak.
So that was what, like 25 minutes, half hour to do one round of combat?
All right, so what? Is my oh yeah, it's turned on. That guy next to the green 4 dice. That's the dude I shot with an arrow.
Yes.
All right.
The kind.
Yeah, I don't think he's kind. As a bonus action, I'm gonna use my hunt on him. Hunter's Mark is you choose a creature you can see within range, which is 90 feet, and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on any wisdom/perception or wisdom survival check you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature.
Good spell.
So I'm going to mark it, and then...
Now he's more than 90 feet from you.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then I'll move double, or run, whatever you would like to call it, towards him. When I'm within 90 feet, I will mark him.
Okay.
And I
So
move
Sprinting
as
like
fast as I
that.
can towards him.
Takes an
and
action.
I will...
So he's using his bonus
Get
action
ready.
for the Hunter's Mark.
I'm going to kill him.
Okay.
When you move double your movement speed
That's
to
all I can
sprint,
really
it takes
do.
a whole action.
That's good. Who did we-
Or
who's that?
dash.
Hey, it's Jay.
There's
Is
two
that
down
good?
there.
Again, the problem of this many people in an encounter.
Right.
You lose track in initiative.
Be that the program hasn't registered that Jay left.
Oh yeah, connection issues with Jay.
Oh, okay.
I'm
There's a
still
problem.
here.
There he is.
It's the network connection.
Yeah, I was just saying. It says you have double cams there. There it goes.
There it is.
Good call. Good call, Riff.
Adam, we got
All
less
right, are
than
you attacking?
10 minutes left if you want to hang out.
The kind. Other than the kind, or just using the?
The dash was his action.
Yeah,
And
the
bonus
dash.
action.
I'm moving as fast as I can. I'll double my movement towards
Okay.
him.
Okay, good.
I want to get within melee range when I can.
I got you. All right, very good. Next up is Tsunade.
All right, I am going to
Do some shenanigans.
point at Eldrin the asshole
Mm-hmm.
Who's the asshole?
and cast. Well, that's not cast. It's just an action. Toll the dead.
Now he's a good.
You point at
he's a
one
good
creature.
about 120, 130 feet away from you.
How is that?
Let's
Because he
fight the
teleported.
DM.
He's right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Even
though she
was correct.
I keep getting your other one confused. I need another color of die over there.
Yeah.
I was looking
What
at
do you
Giff.
do?
I was looking at Giff. I was looking at Giff.
We need less people.
So yeah, he's probably.
Is that six?
Yeah,
Is that 60 feet?
it's 55.
Okay.
This is fun now.
So then I'm in range,
59.9.
and
Exactly.
the sound of Delorious bells fill the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12, which I think
He's missing
Crowman
some hit points, yeah.
hit it. Okay, so it'd be
Wisdom
1d12
save.
Wisdom save.
And what do I have to beat? What number?
14.
He beats it.
Fucker.
He guesses that this guy's no dummy.
Probably. Yeah, eight's probably too much for
And
campaign. Combat campaign, anyways. Maybe RP, but
that will
Kinda wise.
end my turn.
Next up is Halloran.
So each square is 5 feet or 10 feet.
About 15.
Okay.
repeating
So I'm
information
about,
also
what,
takes a
60
long
feet
time.
from the ogre.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay. So I'm going to scream, "Pay your debt to Etrigan," and I'm going to
Ooh.
cast Toll of the Dead on the ogre.
Another toll.
So,
Now, Geth is right in front of you. That wouldn't affect him, would it?
no, nope. I point at one creature you can see within range of 60 feet. At the sound of Delorious bell fills the air for a
That's
moment.
what I just casted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes
Let him
he takes
finish.
2d12 necrotic damage.
Automatically, no matter what?
Oh, he has to succeed a wisdom
Need a
saving
wisdom save, yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
What's the number he's trying to beat?
throw. I roll a d20 and add my modifier, right?
Yep.
No, it's your spell
No,
save.
it's your
DC.
spell
Your spell save DC.
Know how to use your
15.
spells.
All right, he takes a hit. He's already got him hurt. And how much damage is that?
2d12.
All
Just
right,
roll him.
Let me find my d12.
You do 4 6s.
I could use 4 6.
You could use 4 6s.
It is
Not how it
necrotic
works.
damage too.
So that's not how it works.
Wait a minute.
He takes 11
Sorry.
damage.
11 damage, all right.
And then I can, because I have, I'm a war priest. I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to swing my sword at the weird-looking dog creature next to me.
Check the map. Okay.
I can only do it 4 times per resting period, but.
Mhm.
So I will swing my sword. Trying to remember all this. Sorry, guys. I just rolled a d20, I think. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a,
It's a hit.
I had a 5.
Oof.
That's a miss.
I'm gonna way miss over its head. I overestimated its height and just completely whiffed right over its head.
Nice.
He when it goes over his head, he kind of jumps towards it and does a backflip and lands on his feet.
I don't add anything to the 5, do I?
Strength modifier.
Oh,
Strength modifier and
still-
proficiency bonus.
So it was a 10. I hit my hit dice. I highly doubt that matters.
Yeah, you missed him.
Maybe he doesn't do the backflip to taunt me.
All right, so when that happens, you need to roll a wisdom saving throw and be a DC 11, please.
All right. I add my wisdom to that. So it's a
Modifier, yeah.
It's a 14.
And if are you
Okay.
proficient with wisdom saving throws?
Yes.
Add your proficiency modifier as well.
All right.
Just re3.
So 16.
Okay, yeah. Nothing happens to you. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that's all I do.
Thank you.
Oh, that's it. Oh, what a couple hours there. So that was our first 2 hours of the campaign. I'm surprised Adam still wanted DM after that. We'll continue this sometime here. I'd like to keep going and do a little commentary. It's fun to watch and see where we came from and where we're heading to. Big improvements. Definitely, I can notice it myself. Just playing along. So tune in, Spawn Camp Council. Find us on Twitter, YouTube, all the good stuff, Instagrams, right here on Twitch. So look forward to seeing everybody, and keep an eye out and stay frosty.